college signing for the class of 2020. Today we have 12 outstanding student athletes sitting before you that have committed to pursuing their academic and athletic careers at the next level. On behalf of Quakertown Community High School, congratulations to these dedicated athletes being honored today. Let me introduce them to you before we hear from their coaches and the athletes themselves. Samantha Barkholtz, going to play soccer at Thomas Jefferson University. You may applaud, that's good. Melina Jagiello, playing soccer at Dickinson University. Mackenzie Adamson, field hockey at Widener University. Olivia Williams, playing lacrosse at Manhattan College. Cody Barbario, playing baseball at Westchester University. Cole Merriman, playing baseball at Penn State University, Harrisburg campus. Matt Tooley, also playing baseball at Ursinus College. Julianne Redmond will be swimming at Cedar Crest College. Megan Woods will be swimming at Misericordia University. Ashlyn Hickey will be running track at Millersville University. Hallie Frederick will be playing softball at the University of New Haven. And Bree Levskoski will be playing softball at Moravian College. This special group of student athletes, I also think for this first signing, we have 7 different sports. Some of them have more than one athlete from the same sport. I think this is a record that we've had 7 different sports programs represented at one signing. So one more round of applause for our 12 student athletes. Now I'd like to introduce the coaches of these athletes to say a few words about them, and we'll start with the girls soccer coach, Mike Cook.
Melina and Sammy have led Quakertown girls soccer for the last 4 years through some incredible heights. 3 years in district playoffs, 2 district playoff wins, both of which each one of them had a very significant role in. We'll get into that later. And a conference championship. All unprecedented heights for the program. Their leadership was a 4-year thing. Sometimes you have leaders that grow into leaders. These guys were leaders from the beginning, and each in their own way, very different, but very effective leaders. So a couple things about them. They were multiple-time all-league players. And let's talk about some playoff wins for a moment. Our win against Westchester Henderson was 1-0, and it was scored on a goal by Melina, assisted by Sammy. It was a great combination for us. And our shootout victory against Penn Ridge was the second PK was scored by Sammy. The left-hand corner low. Very good shot. So there are some really good accomplishments, but really their leadership's been the biggest thing. And Sammy has been a role model and a friend to all of our players throughout the years. She is someone that helps those that are in need. I don't know how to describe it any better than she came to one of our open gyms the other day, and generally the freshmen pick up all the equipment. Well, I look around at the end, and the person picking up the equipment was the senior that was already gone from the team. And she led by example all the time. And like I said, when I know when our players were having a tough time, she was someone they could turn to. Quality person. Melina was our director of the defense, a ferocious tackler of the ball and leader, but a coach on the field as well. She understands the game at the next level. God bless you. She understands the game at the next level, and you know what? I asked her to take charge as a freshman, and that was a little difficult, but she got her voice then, and the next 3 years she directed everything. And they'll both go a long, long way in the game because of their understanding and their abilities to play as well. Sammy, as you know, is going to Jefferson. Melina's going to Dickinson. They have the components within them to be very, very successful college athletes, and will do so at those programs. And they're also great students, so they'll come out of there after soccer with good 4-year degrees. Just a couple things. If I missed anything here. Yeah, I can't think about Sammy without talking about her restarts. She hit the best restarts we've ever had of anyone in our program in my 11 years here. Probably highlighted by a goal from about 50 yards out in overtime against Upper Dublin this year. She kept us connected in the midfield, and I was very fortunate 4 years ago because Sammy's a really good volleyball player, and I know that was a decision that she had to make, and I'm really happy she chose soccer. Melina was also the Lehigh Valley Soccer Scholar Athlete Award winner. As I say, really smart girls here. And was a state champion at her club team level, as well as was Sammy with the President's Cup championship also. So both players had a ton of success at the club level, and were great leaders and inspirations to our team. And it's been an absolute pleasure for me to have the chance to coach them. And I know they'll do awesome things moving forward. Thanks.
Next, I'm going to invite up Coach Kelly Driscoll to talk about Mackenzie.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I'm just getting my voice back. I'm here to represent Mackenzie Adamson, who has been a 4-year, almost 5 maybe, no, I'm just kidding, has been on the team for, it feels like forever. I've had the privilege to coach her since she started playing at the high school level. I've also had the opportunity to work with her while she was playing for Souderton Strikers. So I've got to see her develop on many levels. She has done amazing things on and off the turf. She is a natural leader. She is a great hustler, and she's always been that player that everyone wants to be able to coach because she, no matter what, wants to play. Even as a freshman when she was on the JV team, I was coaching the JV team at the time. It didn't matter. She wanted to play wherever. Coach, can I play? She'd play on the varsity squad, and then the JV team's playing. Coach, can I play? I just want to get in the game. I just want to play. Her and Hallie, we called them the Wonder Twins for a while. They played very much alike. And then Mackenzie took off and started playing on different levels while Hal focused on her softball career. I'm ignoring her down there. Feel a little some sort of way. But overall, I think this young lady did an amazing job as a field hockey player and as a student athlete. As a leader, she has been able to lead her team for the past 3 years. I am hopeful and I am confident that going to Widener, she will be able to excel and to increase her skills as well as be the best student athlete that she could possibly be. I think that's all I have. But overall, congratulations, and I am very proud of you.
Okay, next up, Coach Nicole Donnelly will speak about Olivia.
Liv picked up a stick in 5th grade and hasn't looked back since. As a defender, she's been an integral part of her teams, the community team, the high school team, and travel NXT. A leader on and off the field, she pushed her teammates to be better, but never any harder than she pushed herself, which was really hard. She's been a joy to coach, and I look forward to seeing her take her lax IQ and her competitive mindset to the next level as a Manhattan College Jasper. Congratulations, kiddo.
Next up, I'm going to invite Mr. Baseball, as we affectionately call him, Mr. Plone, to talk about his baseball guys.
Thanks. So this year we're fortunate to have 3 guys so far going on to pitch at the college level, which is going to be a good thing for us, having a lot of good starting pitching available. National average for high school baseball players going on to play at the next level is actually 3 out of 50. We have 3 out of 6 right here so far to start. So our program's a pretty competitive program. These guys have been in the program. We've had 3 district playoff games, which we hadn't made before. So some of these guys have kind of gotten backed up in the system with some other guys ahead of them, and they've seized that opportunity and taken some leadership roles, and we'll talk about that in a little bit here. As we mentioned, if you look at the size of these guys also, you can see that they get at it in the weight room as well. And we like to hit the ball far, throw the ball fast, and that doesn't just happen. That's not a mistake. That's a credit to a lot of the work that they put in. First over here we have Cody, who's going off to Westchester. Played varsity as a junior last year, threw the most innings on our staff. Physically, obviously, he's grown a lot, but it's also been fun to watch him since his freshman year really mature as a person and a player. Had him fortunate to have him in sociology last year in the classroom, which was a fun thing to kind of see a different side of Cody from the athletic field to the classroom. Just all-around enjoyable guy, great personality. Enjoy having him, and I look forward to seeing him continue to do well at Westchester. Cole, the only one of the 3 I haven't had the blessing of having in the classroom, but Cole last year had a couple guys above him that graduated, so he was kind of stuck down on JV last year and made the most of it. It's not an easy thing to know that you're varsity level player and not be at that level, and rather than complain or lose focus, instead he took it upon himself to become a leader of those guys down there at the JV level and not miss a step. And our JV level is basically varsity level from some of the other leagues in the state. So he's also a 2-sport athlete. Know he's a good golfer as well. I won't play against him because I don't like to lose, because I would win in my head. But again, another guy that we've seen a lot of growth on the field since his freshman year as well, and just an overall good guy that we like having. And lastly over here, we have Matt Tooley, another 2-sport athlete, just finished his basketball season this year. He comes to, he's had a lot of our things in the off season and has really taken a leadership position this year in the off season. Last year did the same thing, was kind of stuck on JV, made the most of it, became a leader, and a lot of those guys looked up to them and learned, I guess you could say, what we call the Quakertown way and the way that we play from them. Also have him in class this year. Very good student, enjoyable. I look forward to see him do a lot of great things at the next level as well. And then lastly, baseball being a spring sport, like lacrosse, we don't have the benefit of knowing what they've done yet when we talk about them this year. So this year, seeing these guys go out in the baseball field and also continuing in the classroom, I look forward to seeing what they contribute to the team this year and the legacy that they're going to leave for the guys behind them, because I know that's an important thing to them. So congratulations, guys.
Next up, Coach Tony Carty to talk about our swimmers.
She didn't say I was Mr. Swimming, because when you're built like this, nobody calls you Mr. Swimming. It's good to see you today. It's an absolute blessing to be able to talk about these 2 wonderful young ladies. I have the blessing of coaching like the smartest kids in the entire school, except for I think the tennis team. They got me beat by like a merit scholar or something like that. But it's an absolute pleasure. And swimming is a tough sport. You have water, you have walls. You get to one wall, you turn around, you go the other direction. That's pretty much it. But these guys show their intensity and the beauty of the sport by their intensity and how they swim. Julianne is going to continue her college education at Cedar Crest. I've known her since she was a little girl. I've watched her grow into a godly woman. She's quiet. She is intense. She's intelligent. At the biggest moments, those championship moments, she swam her best races. And that's what you can ask out of an athlete. Those athletes that swim the best when the most is on the line. She has ushered in with this senior class a renaissance in Quakertown swim. She's made our team equals family motto a truth, a way of life, because the young swimmers on the team mentor them, catch them in the locker room, ask them how they're doing. Incredible, because she's an incredible young lady. I look forward to seeing her grow academically and athletically over the next 4 years, because she's an amazing person. So Megan, amazing. She's the most resilient girl on the planet. Like after major injury after major injury, she still got back in the pool. Like some people would have just given up. They would have just said, look, I'm good enough and I won't do it anymore. But this girl just kept pulling on and on. Her intensity at practice was incredible. She just kept going and going. The other girls were like, Megan, stop. She's like, no, I got to keep going. I have a goal. All year, she chased this crazy goal of trying to swim the 500 in under 6 minutes. And she pursued it, and she pursued it, and she pursued it, and then she nailed it. And everybody on the team is watching this lap after lap after lap. She gets to the last lap, and everybody's like, she's got to hurry, and she did. She hits the wall, she looks up, and she smiled, which, God, amazing. That was great, you know what I mean, because she never smiles. And so I gave her a big hug, and we knew that we had accomplished something, because if you look at the team was just all on board. So I can't say enough about her, can't say enough about her resilience and the wonderful young lady she is, the perseverance, and I'm just excited to watch these two grow into adults, and they're going to be super rich one day, and they're going to buy me an island. So just a special congratulations.
Next, we have Coach Jason Anderson to talk about Ashlyn.
Hello, everyone. I'm here to congratulate Ashlyn on signing to go to Millersville to run track. If you've come to these before, followed Quakertown Athletics, you might recognize the names. Ashlyn's last name is Hickey. Her older sister signed 5 years ago to go to Masters out in California. And 3 years ago, Caitlin Moyer signed to go to Millersville. So we've got kind of a legacy here. But really, in our sport, like all of these sports, it doesn't really matter a legacy. The stopwatch doesn't lie. You still have to put it in the work. And that's what Ashlyn does. Every day, literally every day, she works hard. She's been running. This is her third season this year, cross country, indoor track, coming up on the outdoor season. And her work ethic really is kind of unparalleled, in my opinion. Summer lifting, she's the first person there. I think she would come in the mornings at like 6 or 7 and then go do her summer job afterwards over at the pool. So her work ethic is just phenomenal. Athletically, she's districts last year for the 400. She's got the school record for the indoor season. She just set for the 300. So academically, gosh, I have a whole list here. AP classes, she's got a bunch that she's earned credits for Millersville. So we're just really proud of her work and proud of her perseverance through all her 4 years here. She's a senior captain as well. She deserves, and that'll start with the outdoor season next week. We got practices yesterday and practices next week, and here we are back into it. So I'm here to just congratulate Ashlyn. She's been a joy so far, and we're looking forward to a great outdoor season coming up. So Ashlyn, congratulations and good luck at Millersville.
Thank you. All right, and our next coach, Mr. Dave Scott, will talk about our softball players.
So I know these two are probably more nervous than anybody about what I'm going to be saying. We had a little talk yesterday, and the first thing I'm going to address is when you hear me yell Freddie, I'm talking about Hallie, because I am physically unable to say her name properly. So I will apologize for that. So we've settled on Freddie. First thing I'm going to do is thank these two for what they've done so far in their careers at Quakertown. It's been a very sustained run of excellence for the program, and these two have had a huge part in that. I think both of them are kind of in the same boat that I am, that this upcoming season, there's going to be a lot of fun for us, and I think the sky's the limit for our potential. Breaking each of them down individually, they're similar to each other in that they're both sort of quiet. And Mom's back there saying, who? With us, they're relatively quiet, but they both have that killer instinct that is putting them at this table today. Freddie, I call her Miss Agreeable. If I need her to play left field, she'll play left field. If I need her to catch, she'll catch. If I need her to DH, she'll DH. And it's always yes. It's never an argument. It's never a debate. It's what can I do to help the team? So from that position, it's going to be a nice career for her going to the next level. Brianna, I had heard, was pretty fast before I was hired. And I will tell you that in all the years I've coached, this is the fastest player I've ever coached. Brianna is one of those double threat players that can win a game with both her bat and on defense. And she's had games for us last season where she did that. She won a game for us with her bat. She had a game where she probably made 5 or 6 defensive plays in center field that were just left me shaking my head. So both of these young ladies are fantastic people. They're fantastic players. The sky is the limit for both of you. Keep working hard. We are all very proud of you, and congratulations on a very big day for you guys. Okay.
Okay. Before we move on and hear from our athletes, I'd like to thank all the coaches who came. You can see when they speak about their athletes and their programs how much excitement they have and what they bring to our Quakertown Sports Athletic Program. So thank you, coaches, for coming and talking about your special athletes. Now we're going to hear from the athletes themselves. This is always the fun part. High school sports.
Okay.
What is your favorite memory from high school sports?
I mean, our coach Mike already mentioned it, but sophomore year, playing Penn Ridge in that district playoff game, we actually had gone into that game thinking we were going to lose. We had played them in a preseason game and lost 5-0. So we were kind of thinking our end of the season was coming. And then we got into that game. We held them 0-0 the entire time. And then Coach Mike asked who wanted to take a penalty kick. And Haley Purcell was first, and then he's looking around, and sophomore me went and took the second one, and we won in PKs, beating Penn Ridge for the first time in 16 years, I think, and winning a district playoff game in 25 years, I believe were the stats, and something I'll never forget.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite memory too. And yeah, I didn't get to take a penalty kick. I was asked, I said no, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch. So yeah.
My favorite memory is when Hallie and I had a breakaway and we scored the winning goal sophomore year against Upper Moreland with a minute left in the game.
I think my favorite memory was when it snowed like a foot and we had a game the next week and coach made us go out in snow boots and we had to stomp the entire turf just so that we could play without snow.
My favorite memory, or memories you could say, is kind of going down to Myrtle every year with the team before we have our actual season. We go down there for our preseason and having the camera night that we had, just knowing we can make an impact outside the community in our game.
I would say my favorite memory from high school sports is definitely Myrtle. It's like the perfect dream for a baseball player. You get down there and you're spending days of just waking up, playing baseball all day, and just going to bed and waking up doing it again.
Yeah, Myrtle's also my favorite memory. It's just fun getting to be with the guys and missing school for a few days and being down there with the warm weather.
My favorite memory is definitely probably the experience of getting to go to champs with the team, just because it's pretty unique.
My favorite memory is coming back senior year with the help of my coaches and my family to be just as strong, if not stronger, than I was before I was injured.
My favorite memory was last year when I qualified for districts.
My favorite memory is when we beat North Penn sophomore year in the regular season, 6-3.
My favorite memory was last year when we went to North Carolina for spring training.
All right, so now we're going to go back down the other way and hear what lesson or lessons have you learned from playing high school sports here at Quakertown?
A lesson I learned is that it's okay to fail. What's most important is how you respond and learn from your mistakes.
I've learned that you put in the work and your results will reflect it.
I've learned a lot about perseverance and never giving up.
I've learned to not overthink as much and to relax more before races.
I learned the importance of an actual team, especially because swim is more of an individual sport.
I've learned a lot about friendship and teamwork and just being together on the field. It just makes a big difference.
I would have to say adversity, because we are in one of the hardest leagues for baseball in our region. So having that adversity and having the entire team be able to overcome different challenges or different commits or better players, it doesn't matter. But as long as on the field we're together, we have that same mindset of we want to win and we just want to be there, then that's good for me. That's what I've learned.
I've kind of learned to deal with failure from the beginning and just kind of focusing on myself and bettering what I can do as a person and a player on and off the field.
I think I learned like staying positive even when you're losing and even in like rough situations.
I learned how to work together as a team and reach a common goal.
This is the first time I've ever been a captain or had to lead a team, so I learned a lot about leadership.
I would say that I definitely learned that there is so much to the game. I mean, you have the thrill of stepping onto the field every time, and you also have the fear of losing every time, but nothing's compared to the hearts and souls of all the girls on the team that you meet and play with. I mean, every bus ride that we had, our hype song was The Climb by Miley Cyrus, if any of you guys know that, and there's nothing compared to those girls singing it as we pull into the bus or into the parking lot of the team that we're playing. I mean, simply put, I just hope that I can make my family and my friends proud. I mean, they look at you as a player and a friend, and what you do in college seems to be part of your life, and what you did in high school. You just want to make them proud for everything that you've been doing in all your life. So I hope I can do that, and I'll be majoring in graphic design communication at Jefferson University, so I hope I can excel in school and on the field.
Yeah, I'm just excited to have success at soccer at Dickinson for the next 4 years, and I plan to major in mathematics.
I plan to major in biology and pursue a career in the medical field.
I hope to make a NCAA playoff appearance, and I plan to study biochemistry and Spanish.
I hope to win the NCAA championship. At least once, maybe not a couple more. And just like kind of succeed in life and kind of find something like a career I can do for the rest of my life. And my major's undecided.
I'm going to Penn State Harrisburg for mechanical engineering. I would say academically, I want to get through school, and I want to go through school with at least like a 3.75 or above. Try and aim for high goals and academically, but for the sport, the coach already talked to me before we signed. We got to get to the playoffs. Hopefully, NCAA championship for D3.
I'm going to Ursinus and plan to study economics, and yeah, definitely want to go into college playoffs and do well academically.
I plan to study sports psychology and hopefully get a job in that field then.
I'm majoring in biology pre-med, so obviously hopefully to make med school, and then also to go to Max every year.
I hope to continue to do track for the next 4 years and find a career that I can use throughout my life.
I plan on majoring in biology with a pre-med track and then finding a job in the medical field.
I'm going in undecided to be able to explore my options and find a major that will best suit me.
We wish you all the best of luck. The seniors who are playing their spring seasons will get to see you one more time. Those who have finished fall and winter, good luck as you move on through your senior year. Don't get senioritis in the spring, graduate, move on to your colleges. Thank you all for coming, and thank you to our student athletes.